Well, we have fought in France. We have mauled each other in Monza. We have sprinted around Spielberg. And we have brawled in Baku. It's round 5 of FVGP Season 6 here in Qatar, where the quarrels will continue. I'm your host, Gods Among Us. Got no co-commentator this week. We, of course, have had the double header for races with last night's race in Baku. And now we are here for the final normal qualifying session for this season, with the invert coming at Silverstone for 18 minutes on the clock. And we will go live there now. Why is the app up? Well, while we're at the formation lab. Oh, wonderful. That's gone brilliantly. Let's ignore that. And we will start with the app, as it was so nicely put there for me earlier today. That is the app we use for all of our data tracking, our previous positions, and for Driver of the Day voting. So, come 10:30 when this race will be over, you can vote for who you think deserves Driver of the Day here at Qatar. 3 cars out on track right now. Please ignore what is going to pop up on your screen just briefly. There we go. And again, sorry. The session started a little bit earlier than I expected it to, even though we are 15 minutes late. We are on board with Apex. Probably should put what tyres they're on. That'll be useful. Mulder on intermediates. Speaking of Mulder, the championship can be won today by the Dutchman in the Haas. We will get into the details of that later in the session, as soon as I do the maths for the other two drivers here today who are in contention for the championship. Of course, we are expecting Mulder to start at the back of the grid, as he often does in these races, which will make it all the more exciting in the race to see if he can seal the World Drivers' Championship for Season 6 of FVGP, the second in the post-split era. On board, well, following Apex now, we shall continue as he starts his flying lap. Nicely through the first few corners. Obviously, Qatar, the Losail International Circuit, constructed in 2004, a mostly bike track for the majority of its lifespan, with Formula 1 joining during the pandemic-affected years in 2021, with the World Endurance Championship also making its debut here for the Qatar 1812 kilometres earlier in 2024, with the third Qatar Grand Prix scheduled for later this year in real life. When it comes to the FVC and FVGP, there are only 2 previous pole sitters here in Qatar, if I get the thing up. There we go. In Season 4, Bayliss managed to get to the pole position. And then for Season 5 in the Formula 2 car, Scarlatti 42, the eventual champion of Season 5, would end up getting pole here in Losail. Apex going to be coming across the line. His lap is valid, a 122 flat. Very good lap there by Apex, aiming to get himself in that list of pole winners. Alfie coming up to the line now. Will he be able to beat the 122 flat? Yes, he does. 121.3 for Alfie. A couple of yellow flags out on track. So we see Mulder go out on those intermediates, as he so often does in these sessions. I will leave you with the sights and sounds of Qatar, as the statisticians behind me do the maths. The first round of flying laps are coming to an end now, with several drivers peeling into the pit lane. Don't think many are going to be coming out for a little while yet, as you see Mulder run off track. Taking in, as I say, the sights and sounds of the Losail International Circuit. You see Leslie coming to the line, going to set a 33.538, putting him into P7. Couple of laps on them soft tyres for Leslie. It should be just waiting now for drivers to peel back into the pits for a new set of boots, a refuel, and whatever else they desire. As we see D7 on his outlap, he is one of the other championship contenders, and believe it is worth going through the championship permutations. Unfortunately, we do not have a fancy graphic, as we were unable to source one in time, but we do have champion graphics ready and waiting should the right permutations go through. It is Mulder in the catbird seat for his first Formula Velocity Championship. As he leads the championship on 69 points. In second place is Broughton on 45, and he is the main contender, and as such the one we will be focusing on. In all honesty, there is one major thing you need to consider, and that is if Mulder wins, then he is champion for this season. Apologies that we're not paying too much attention to with the qualifying session going on. But that is all you really need to know. If Mulder wins, he will take the championship for this season. When it comes to Broughton, he is a lot more complicated, as he is only really staying in contention. He cannot win the championship here today, and neither can Bayliss or D765. So we see D7 getting a second purple sector. Not always the most reliable is the purple sector indicator in this game, but it could still be the case. As we see D7 going through the final corner now. Try and get the entry nice and tight. Opening the DRS down that straight. Jackie's going to mediums in the pits. D7 flying towards line. He's going to set a 121.449, putting him into fourth place. The second fastest of the championship contenders as it stands. Got Vetlamp starting his lap, so let's go on board with the AlphaTauri driver. First sector there from Vetlamp, another purple in that first sector, improving by just over a tenth of a second. Already on provisional pole is Vetlamp. It's worth knowing that he does have a 10-second time penalty for the race as carryovers from last night's proceedings. He's just going to want to get as much time as possible in this session. You see a lot of cars going out on track. Another 2/10 for Vetlamp. Well, he's 2 tenths up on his middle section from last time. Beautifully done through this sweeping final sector. Going through the final 2 corners now. Onto a little bit wide. Keeps it clean. Through the final corner now. Into fourth. Drifting out wide onto the curb. DRS open. It's going to be a 1 minute 20.976. 2/10 improvement by the AlphaTauri. That is a good improvement there for Vetlamp. Yellow flag somewhere. I think it's going to be Leslie. Yeah, just Leslie. Slow off track. Broughton enters the pits. Just got drivers running through now, running through there. Oh, good slide there by Apex. Brilliantly saved by the Red Bull driver. Looks like those rear tyres are going to be a little bit toasty, as we see. The unfortunate demise of 150 metre marking, 150 metre braking board. Oh, Pixels in the gravel. Pixels is in the kitty litter. Unfortunate there. Right, nice corner cut, Apex. What on earth are you doing? Brilliant corner cut. Brilliant corner cut there, mate. Well, I can't bear to have that cheater on the screen anymore. 7/10 improvement for Amber in the first sector. We'll see if that continues. No, they're just coming up to the first sector split now. What the hell? God, I love this game. We'll go above with Leslie then. We see the second Dutch driver in this field. The lead Dutch driver in qualifying as it stands. 1.1 second improvement on their first lap. Going to want to try and get through the rest of this lap without trouble. Kicking up sparks on the curb. Yellow flag in the final corner. It's Pixels pulling into the pit lane. Just seen ahead. Leslie through the final corner now. Going to put the power down. Open the DRS. Rear wing wide open for the Williams. Down towards the line. It's going to be 1:22.256, putting him up into 8th. Let's go on board with Mulder on those green intermediates. Let's hope he doesn't need them during the race. No, it's odd to say that for Qatar, but infamously, World Endurance Championship racing, well, the prologue and pre-season testing was wet this season. And of course, the Formula 2 pre-season testing in Bahrain was also quite wet earlier this year, as we see Mulder pull into the pit lane. Bit of an adventurous line there by Jack East. Not sure who is currently on a lap. I'll be shocked if anyone is. It's just all about keeping it on the track, keeping all 4 tyres on the car, and making it back to the pit lane to get that final run in a few moments' time. Four and a half minutes left on the clock in this qualifying session. Got Dorado on an outlap, the secondary Alfa Romeo, with Pixels also heading out on track. We'll go on board. Well, we'll follow the number 88, I think that said. Yes, we'll follow the number 88 Alfa Romeo, famously the number of Robert Kubica a couple of years back. Alfa Romeo test driver as well for quite a few years. But we'll go on board with the Alfa Romeo. Looking good through that first sector. Eldorado, 1.5 tenths up as it stands. Running a little bit wide on corner exit. As we go through the twisty middle sector, very similar to the Bahrain middle sector, another track birthed in 2004. Italy, Qatar not having quite the elevation change of Sakir, but still a very twisty section. Purple sector 2 for Dorado, improving by 3 tenths. It's going to be all about this final sector. Will D7 on his outlap speed up, or will he get out the way? Doesn't look like it's going to be the latter. Could be a good slipstream for Eldorado. Coming down towards the line now. Power down, DRS open towards the line. Going to be a 1:22.23 flat. 3.5 tenth improvement. That's not enough for another position. Next across the line is going to be Pixels, but he's halfway through the lap, so we will watch on with... D7, one of the championship protagonists. I didn't see what I said in the indicator, but a rough corner exit there for the start of Sector 2. Be all about how this middle sector flows for the Mercedes driver. Just under 2 minutes to go in the qualifying session. Yellow flag ahead of D7. Oh, I think there was contact there. Yes, there was. 5th place grid penalty for D7 for contact with Leslie. That is devastating. And that is why you do not dawdle on the racing line. That is disastrous for D7. Luckily, his AI does get out of the way of his teammate. Naughty for retiring on track. But we go on board. Well, we follow Broughton now. The main protagonist in this championship battle. An FV veteran fighting the newcomer. What can Broughton do in this hunt for pole position? We know Mulder's going to be at the back. That's what he likes. We also know he loves flying through the field and winning. Broughton improves by just over a 10th. Allegedly purple. Through the middle sector now. A nice clean exit for the Mercedes driver. He's the one who has the best chance at fighting Mulder for this championship. What can he do in this qualifying session? Because if he starts on pole, that's going to be perfect for him. Coming up through the gears. Towards the triple right-hander, the second sector split. Almost 3/10, another purple sector. Can he keep it clean through the triple right? Looks like he does. 2 corners left for Broughton. Checkered flag is out. Runs wide, keeps it clean. Through the final corner now. It's going to be Broughton. Powering down towards the line. It is going to be a 1 minute 20.932 pole. Just about. It's going to be Leslie up next. It's going to be a 22.247. Another improvement. Vet Lamp next to cross the line. Final corner. Power down. Towards the line. Just had pole stolen. Can he get it back? Yes, he does. 120.779. Bayliss now. Another championship contender. What can he do? 21.1. That's P3. Alfie next. P4. 121.5. Next Apex. Jumps up to 5th. 21.2. Now it's Amber. This is helpful. Amber down towards the line. 21.6. Not an improvement. Mulder, we all know he's not getting anywhere near pole on those intermediate tyres. Does improve his time though. Next Borna towards the line. Can he play spoiler? 122 flat, that's P8. And finally, Jack East will not improve. Vet Lamp gets pole for the penultimate round in this season. Vet Lamp takes pole here in Qatar with Broughton rounding out the front row. It's going to be Bayliss and Alfie on the 4th with Apex and D7 on the 3rd row. Amber in the second Red Bull will line up P7. No, they won't. I forgot about the 5th-place grid penalty. So Amber will line up alongside Apex for a Red Bull 3rd row. Then Borna and Leslie on the 4th. It's going to be Pixels and Dorado rounding out the top 10 with D7, Mulder and Jack East finishing out the grid. As we do see Vet Lamp leave, hopefully that isn't hopefully they're able to get back in, as that would be very bad for the pole sit. Well, lining up on the grid for the formation lap, if I remember what button I need to press. What, mate? No, we're racing! Okay, sure. Yeah, we're okay. Can you tell I'm a little bit surprised? Well, Vettel was in. Broughton leads. What is happening? Oh my. Pixels, you're bugging something up. Well, Mulder, P10, climbing up the field nicely. Broughton takes the lead. He's doing everything he can. Vettel leaves once again. That's just really unfortunate for the AlphaTauri driver. See Dorado dropping down the field. What on earth? Oh, please don't tell me. I think the two Alfa Romeos hit. Oh no. Well, there wasn't a formation lap, so I guess we're racing. We've seen Broughton and Bayliss. Thank you, Xbox. I know I should have turned something off. See yellow flag in sector 3. It'll be one of the Alfa Romeos. So, Broughton leads lap 1. Mulder already in the top 10. Currently P8 fighting with Mulder. Will there be any overtakes down into turn 1? Broughton looking 3 wide behind. Pixels just sliding in behind Mulder up to P6. What a move by the Dutchman. That is why he's a championship favourite. That is why he is in the Catberg seat to win it. And that is why Broughton needs to run away with the lead. There is a 3.5 car fight for the lead, let's say, with Apex just on the outskirts of the DRS range. Obviously, DRS not enabled until the start of lap 3. Broughton leads, Bayliss second, Alfie third. Well, like, can you tell I'm a little bit surprised? Previously in Qatar, Bayliss took the win in Season 4 after his pole position. He's going to be looking to get another win here in Qatar. Oh, Mulder round the outside of Border Jordy for P5. What a move by the Dutchman. Brilliant move. So we see them start ping-ponging positions. Bayliss looking down the inside. It was also Broughton, who's currently leading this race, who won it out last season. I guess because it was a Formula 2 season, that'd be the feature race, but I don't know. That probably should have been specified. Anyway. See, Mulder currently in P5. If it was to finish this way, he would need Broughton to drop off the podium for him to win the championship. And that's realistically the only one he needs to worry about. We are on board with the McLaren, looking to keep his own championship alive behind the Mercedes. They do seem to be... The gap to Apex still seems to be stabilised at about 9.5 tenths. A little bit of slide there for the McLaren. Broughton just keeping it on the road. But he's going to see Mulder on his radar soon enough. And that's when things could get tasty. DRS enabled this time. Are there going to be any moves into turn 1? Not a useful overtaking opportunity in cars. Start lap 4 now. Bayliss looking. Side by side. I think there was a little bit of contact. Will Broughton get it back into 2? Still side by side. Broughton clears. But that was closer than they would have wanted. And there is that Haas. Not far behind. And that will be the last thing Broughton wants to see. Broughton! Off the track! Lost it under acceleration. As it stands, Mulder is champion. If things stay exactly as they are now, Mulder, I think, wins the championship. No, he doesn't. Mulder needs a little bit more to go his way. But as it stands, it would be Broughton dealt with in the championship fight. Three-second time penalty for Apex for too many off-track warnings. As we see the top 5 really close together. I think about 3 seconds between first and 5th. You see yellow flag, Jackie spinning. Broughton down the inside. Broughton gets it. So Broughton back into P3. He keeps his championship alive as it stands. There's still a lot of this race to go. Still 15 laps. Alfie also getting close to Bayliss. As it stands, if Alfie gets past Bayliss and Apex gets past Broughton, Mulder would be champion. Or, of course, Mulder gets past Apex. That would also help him out. As we see the AlphaTauri just running through, trying to catch up to the McLaren ahead, gaining a couple tenths through that corner. It's going to be DRS down this time. Broughton running a bit wide there, losing the DRS to the AlphaTauri. Going to be running down towards turn 1 now. Alfie, is he going to do the same thing Bayliss did to Broughton? Alfie looking outside. He's got the overspeed. He clears it brilliantly. Alfie to the lead here in Qatar. Bayliss trying to get back. D7 past Amber down into turn 1. They're going to be side by side. Ooh, what's their contact there? Side by side. Bayliss and Alfie. Not a usual point where you go side by side on this track in race cars. Bayliss back through. Beautiful move by the McLaren. Amber and D7 still fighting as well. And Mulder stalking the back of the rest of them. As Apex drops back a bit. Apex lets Mulder through into 4th. Broughton won't be happy with that. I don't know who currently has fastest lap. I can find that out though. I think Mulder has fastest lap as it stands. And we see Alfie right up Bayliss' gearbox. Alfie also on those hard tyres. Mulder on the soft, which is interesting. Alfie outside. Can't make the move. He's going to get the run down into turn 1 though. Bayliss puts him outside. Alfie takes the lead. Gun move there by the youngster. That's P1 again for the AlphaTauri. 14 laps to go in this race. Can Bayliss make another move though? See Amber also getting close. 2D7 can't make the move. We're on board with Mulder looking ahead of him. As it stands, he will win the championship. But he's going to want it. He's going to want to rubber stamp it. He's going to want a P1. As they have dropped Apex slightly. Alfie does seem to have scampered away a little bit from Bayliss. Oh, what? What on earth just happened? Bayliss wildly off track. Okay. Bayliss is now 8th, I guess. Did he just lock up? What just happened there? Either way, that's Mulder up into 3rd. And he's really close to Broughton. If Mulder overtakes Broughton, that will be that done. Alfie keeps the lead. Mulder to the inside. Mulder straight past Broughton. That's P2. I've said it once, I'll say it again. That gives Mulder the championship. It's Amber back past D7. Mulder now going to be looking ahead towards Alfie. At a 1 second gap. 7 laps done on those soft tyres. He's going to be looking at a pit stop soon enough. He has got into that DRS range just about. D7 back past Amber. Going to have the two McLarens behind them as well. They've just lost hand over fist. Bayliss past Borna Geordie. So just do some Fox camera work there. I do apologise. Yellow flag. Leslie around. Unfortunate there for the other Dutchman. It's D7 trying to get with Amber. Mulder trying to get with Alfie. This would be one way to win a championship. Taking the win as you do it. One race early. It's going to have DRS this time by. It's Apex Pits. D7 gets past Amber again. Mulder doesn't make the move. Mulder happy in second right now. Leslie also pits. It's getting closer now. The gap's decreasing. Mulder is on a 2-race win streak. Can he make it 3 in a row to seal the title? Just keeping the car close behind. Borna Geordie gets past Amber because Amber's round. Amber is around. Another fatality in that corner. No safety car yet though. Just over a third of a second between Mulder and Alfie. Mulder's tyres are going to be screaming though. Is he going to pit soon? Doesn't pit now. Is he going to make the move into turn 1? He's getting closer and closer to that AlphaTauri. A little bit of wiggle from the AlphaTauri. It's going to give Mulder a perfect run. Opens the DRS in the slipstream to the inside. Gets it clear. Mulder takes the lead. And you think that's going to be all she wrote. 11 laps to go in this race. Of course, anything can happen. But you'd be surprised if Mulder doesn't come out of this smelling like roses. It's going to be all about keeping it on track for the LCR podium sitter. Can he keep it clean? Can he break that DRS as well? That would also be quite useful for them. It's going to be all about keeping it clean for Mulder, as he has done a lot of the time this season, starting at the back, climbing through as much of the field as he can. What else can he do in this remarkable season for the Haas team? As he peels into the pits this time, he wanted 1 lap. Technically, he won't even count as a lap led, but in he comes, he brings in Broughton. Will he bring in anyone else as Alfie takes the lead? No penalty for Mulder. Brilliantly done. We'll stay on board with him. In for this pit stop. It's going to be onto medium, surely. As he pits. Mediums go on. Broughton takes softs as he jumps. Bayliss also in. It's hard tyres for Bayliss. Mulder coming out P4. With Broughton not too far behind. It's going to be the 2 Red Bulls. Will the 2 Red Bulls be in between them? Yes, they are. That is brilliant for Mulder. as he has 2 Red Bulls in between him and his nearest title contender. This is perfect for Mulder as it stands in his championship quest. Only 10 laps to go now. And realistically, you can't see this going any other way. Apex gets past Amber. Amber shifted out wide. Broughton through as well. Alfie into the pits now. Where will he come out? He gets it slowed down nicely. D7 stays out. Bonajordi stays out, and then obviously Mulder's going to stay out. He just needs to run. He's well and truly running away from Broughton. Alfie onto the softs. 9 laps to go in Qatar. Possibly 9 laps to go in this championship season. The only thing that could affect this race now is a safety car. And now I've said it, it's going to happen. Mulder's just going to have to hope that isn't the case as he flies through this field. Do remember that we at Formula Velocity have an app where you can look at statistics for all previous seasons, look at the previous champions on both the Formula 1 games and the Forza games, as well as vote for your driver of the day come the end of this race. We see now Mulder climbing up to Bonajordi. The purple sector 2, he's going to want to rubber stamp this. He only needs to lead by 26 points, he's going to want to lead by a lot more. Bonajordi lets him through, lets Mulder just fly past as both D7 and Bonajordi pit. So that's going to put Mulder into the lead of this race. Yellow flag, Amber round once again. Gets it flicked round. Ghost as well. Purple lap for Mulder. As Amber retires. Amber put it in the pit wall. Safety car. Mulder might kill me. Because if that isn't commentator's curse, I do not know what is. Everyone behind Amber will surely pit. And that is amazing. Safety car is out. Will Mulder pit? I think he's going to have the gap too. But is he going to get onto some soft tyres? He obviously saved them. Mulder pulls in. Will everyone else? Broughton stays out. He is already on softs. Apex comes in. This could be what Broughton needs to win this championship. Now, unfortunately, with how I am broadcasting this race to you, if I'm going to get the champions graphic, I need to put it into the intermission file. So while the pack forms up, we will pretend like this is what Sky does when they go down to the graphics department to get a graphic pulled up, and we will do that. You will still be able to see what is going on, but it will have a graphic over it, unfortunately. Please do forgive me. We will be back shortly. Apologies for that, and if you saw that, no, you didn't. Safety car in? No. Don't you love this? Don't you love this game? Isn't this game brilliant? Well, as we wait for the safety car to pick up the drivers, despite Broughton going past the safety car. Sometimes this game asks questions, and I do not have the power to answer them. Even Broughton's confused in the group chat. While we wait, we will have the same issues as before, unfortunately. That's the wrong button. We apologise for this. Unfortunately, this is something I couldn't do pre-race. There we go. Apologies once again. As the safety car has now collected the field. Shouldn't be too long left in this safety car period to give us a couple lap sprint to the finish. 3 drivers between Broughton and Mulder. Mulder on the fresh, soft tyres though. It's going to be a race to the finish and possibly a race to the championship here in Lusail. Is Alfie and Bayliss overtaking each other? I think that's just Bayliss getting a little bit adventurous there. See the grid form up behind the safety car, behind the Mercedes of Broughton. But it's going to be this man here in the Haas who is the one to look out for with under 5 laps to go in this session. I think safety car is probably going to be in this lap. I think it's been out for 3 laps now. I think Leslie and Jack should catch up. Of course, Vetlamp will probably be disqualified from this session as it has been his AI due to him lagging out. I believe that is still the case. Yes, it is. Safety car in this lap, excuse me. It's going to be Broughton to control the field. He realistically needs to win to keep this championship alive into Silverstone next week. Safety car is in this lap. Broughton will control the speed of the field. 4 laps to go in Qatar. When will Broughton jump? He's going to stack up the field. He hasn't gone yet. And he goes! Green flag back in the air in Qatar. 4 laps to go. This looks more like the Indy 500. Broughton keeps the lead. But it's all about the Haas in 4th. He's got the fastest lap currently. Everyone's clean. Mulder up into 3rd. Past Bayliss. D7 following through. Or trying to at the very least. Next in Mulder's sight is Alfie. Can he make the move? Not quite. Does the switch back. A little bit of oversteer. Lives to fight another day. Bayliss through into 4th. Yes, he is. Side by side with D7. Mulder just staying in behind, keeping it careful. Off the track briefly. I think that was Apex. Of course, with that 3-second penalty, that's going to drop him down. Out of the points. Alfie now looking to get past Broughton. Mulder looking to get past both of them. 3 attempts cover the top 3. You can throw a blanket over them. DRS not available quite yet. Mulder looks for it, doesn't make the move. He's going to sit in the slipstream for a little while longer. No DRS, of course. 3 laps to go in Qatar. Broughton defends. Top 5, really close. Bayliss defends. D7 round the outside. Can he make it? No, he can't. Looks to the inside, though, for 2. Still side by side, those 2. Mulder keeping his nose clean. D7 keeps P4. The championship will go to Silverstone as it stands. Oh! D7 nearly hits the back of Mulder. That could have been devastating. Mulder lucky that D7 bailed. Mulder fighting for it. He wants this win. Yellow flag, Jack East still going. Not going to be any safeguard intervention at this point. We are too late on in the day. Alfie also looking. Broughton losing time through those corners. It's going to be all about the slipstream. Leslie for Andrado. Leslie and Dorado side by side. It's going to be all about the slipstream. Still no DRS. Mulder going for it. Alfie look for it. DRS enabled this time by Mulder. Through on Alfie. Through on Broughton. Brilliant move by the Haas. That's going to be it. Could that be the overtake that seals the championship? What a move by Mulder, utilising that slipstream, but it's going to be all about the DRS on that final lap and this lap. He's going to use those fresh tyres to try and break the gap. Will he be able to? Another penalty for Apex. That's going to be 6 seconds. That's dropping him down to 11th. Mulder, 9/10 gap. This is really close. Mulder breaks DRS. Will that stick come the start-finish straight? Mulder, he won in Austria. He won in Baku. Little bit of contact there. Alfie past Broughton. That's going to be news to Mulder's ears. Pixels past border Jordy. Pixels up into 7th. Final lap this time by in Qatar. Mulder broke the DRS. Broughton looking for it. Broughton P2. Alfie defending. D7 sending it down the inside. Free wide corner exit. Alfie going for it. Try getting back. D7 clears. Alfie and Bayliss now side by side. They're fighting. Alfie was leading this race a lap and a half ago. Now he's fighting for 5th. 2.5 second gap now for Mulder. He has run away with it. Those 3 laps have saved him. He had to pit under that safety car. But he has made it work beautifully. Only a third of the lap to go. He's got purple in the middle sector. RX Mulder. Sim racing for a while. A known factor in LCR. Alfie spins behind them. Mulder isn't going to care. Coming through the final corner now. Make way. RX Mulder, your Season 6 champion. And fastest lap at the end. I could have done that more gracefully, but I don't care. DQ for Alfie. I can't remember which button I think it was... Oh, God, what was it? It was X. There we go. DQ for Alfie for parking in a dangerous location. D7 got Broughton on the line. That's a 2-3 for Mercedes. That's going to do them the world of good in the Constructors. But Mulder has got it. RX Mulder, your Season 6 champion. RX Mulder takes the win and championship in Qatar, with D7 taking 2nd place by under... Oh, that's what, 2,000? That's 2,000 per second. Broughton takes 3rd with Bayliss and Pixels rounding up the top 5. A beautiful result for that Aston Martin team. Order Geordie will take P6 with Dorado and Apex 7th and 8th. The AI of Vetlamp in P9, so I don't think that will stand, with Leslie in P10. Jack East rounds out the finishers in P11 with Amber DNFing early on in this race to cause a safety car, and Alfie getting disqualified on that final lap.